And let's meet the players here in the singles championship. Two young players. Wooten out of Macon, Georgia, now lives down in Florida, just 22 years old. And Jamie Graham, we have talked about him a lot over the pro qualifying tour and over this 4th of July weekend. The #1 player in the world, just 22 years old.
Yep, it's going to be an incredible matchup. We've obviously seen Jamie Graham execute shot after shot during the pro qualifying tour. Saw a little bit of Noah Wooten, but the thing that I love for Noah Wooten here in this particular game is the conditions are perfect for his flop shot. Some people call it a rollover shot. Just depends on the lingo that you associate with. But you'll see it here not too far into this game. A bag, if you're going to see a blocker bag that sits in front of the hole, Noah Wooten, instead of airmailing or instead of pushing through, will actually choose to roll or flop over it.
And we are underway for the singles championship here in the final chase. Over $30,000 in prizes on the line this weekend. And maybe even more importantly, the final tune-up before the World Championships next month.
It looks like Wooten early is going to go after this bag.
Oh, misses it badly off the board to the left. And Jamie just sticking down the middle.
In for 3.
And he slides it just right and almost off the back of the board.
Give it 1.
So just a single point, says we're off and running. Graham with the early lead. Jamie Graham, not only the #1 singles player in the world, but the #1 doubles team in the world, is he and his partner Frank Modlin. Lost in the Pro Invitational Championship over the weekend.
There's a chance that Dalton McClellan, Kyle Malone can take that spot over as we go into those championships. Obviously a win today would certainly help that case. Doubles in that finals. Will he go for the airmail to drag this or just slide in?
Looks like he's going to try and slide in, and it bunches up short left.
That's a wash.
Ends up being a wash here in the second round. So still 1-0 for Jamie Graham. Again, talking about Jamie and Frank. Again, they lost in the finals of the Pro Invitational Championship against James Baldwin and Jordan Cambo over the weekend. Speaking of hot players, I'm not sure we saw a hotter run than what we saw to James Baldwin over the weekend.
Ridiculous, wasn't it?
Hit just 38 of his last 40 bags in the semifinals and the finals to win the title.
And honestly, the only reason the last bag of the game didn't go in for him, that 40th bag or that 39th bag it could have been, was just because the hole was so clogged that you physically couldn't fit any more bags into it.
Yeah, Jamie had totally surrounded the hole. Otherwise, Baldwin would have gone 39 of 40.
In for a 4-bagger and 4 points with the lead.
Noah's able to slide with the board and in for the 4-bagger and take his first lead at 4-1. And again, Trey, worth noting, no round limitations here in the Nationals. So this is just traditional scoring. First one to 21. And Noah now with the honors. Interesting note on Noah Wooten. He actually lives, like I said, down in Florida now. He's actually roommates with Matt Sorrells, who's a really good ACL pro. The two of them obviously practice a lot together out on the docks in Jacksonville.
He had a strong finish in doubles as well. Came up short of making the broadcast, but featured them in our digital network coverage last night. Definitely a strong finish. Will Graham go airmail? Is he thinking about it? He is.
Trying to pull them both in. What a shot. Brings both through the red zone.
That's such an aggressive shot, but it paid off. Great execution.
4-3. Woo.
Jamie tacks on a couple of more points with this shot right here.
And he knew it. He was even starting to walk towards there. He just felt it.
Perfect. Just clipped it enough. So now 1 point match. Jamie Graham, again, #1 player in the world currently, picked up his first cornhole bag at the age of 15 years old and just fell in love with the game. Wanted to take his game to another level, so at the age of 17, he said, you know what? I'm going to see what happens. If I can practice every day for a year, I'm going to see how good I can get. So he did. He practiced every single day for 1 year straight. And now here he is, just 22 years old, as the #1 ranked player. Goes in hard at it, skips it off the board, but able to knock in one of his.
Now he can go in for 3 if he can push this bag in. Big shot.
And he gets it.
Another big shot to Noah.
Pushes them both in. Back-to-back 4-baggers for Noah Wooten.
3. Wooten.
Now a 4-point lead. Again, Noah, the #7 player in the world, has 5 brothers and sisters. Jamie just clips Noah's bag. Noah on a pretty good run here at the moment, but now that shot blocking the hole a bit, and there's that flop shot you were talking about.
That's what I was looking for. Anytime you don't, this is like playing against like Jimmy McGuffin. You don't want to block the hole, because if you block the hole, then Jimmy McGuffin will airmail over you. Watch this. He's going to do the same thing. He's going to try to hop over it.
And he does. Hops over the bag and in. 3rd straight 4-bagger for Wooten.
That's ridiculous.
And Jamie, good shot to bring in 2.
Yeah.
So a 2-point round for Noah Wooten, now a 9-3 lead. All right, Trey, let's take a little bit deeper dive. Earlier we talked about some of the basic shots. Speaking of the flop shot and some of these more technical shots, let's look at some of these big shots that these pros can hit.
We'll start with the V block, and I will stress this can't really be done on purpose. You can't control the revolutions of a bag, but essentially if that bag sits in front like that with the apex of a V pointing directly downward, what that does is that'll cause opponent's bag to kick left or right, making contact with it. A bully bag, you see opponent's bag sitting in front in their lane, and you're pushing it out of the way. You see that bag is pushable right now, and now it's not pushable. So just getting your opponent's bag out of a lane to be pushed. Flop shot, well, this is what Noah Wooten is just killing with right now. He's got a bag that will roll over bag. Some people call it a roll shot. It really just depends on, it's got some different regional names depending on where you come from, but that flop shot rolling around, and finally the cut shot. We've seen this a few times now. That bag, you see that angle? It cuts right to left or left to right, depending on if you're a righty or a lefty across the board.
I know you didn't get a chance to see it, but as soon as you were talking about the V block, Noah's first shot was a V block right in front of the hole. Right on cue. And that's what forced Jamie's shot to miss.
So what Jamie, he get 2 timeouts in singles. You only get 1 in doubles. So what he's trying to debate right now is, can I just lay it up in the center of the board? If I lay it up in the center of the board, then essentially I get a wash. But the thing you're worried about is if this bag just goes in from the vibration of the board. Now, it is on the sticky side. Those are relatively tacky bags. They're the same bags that Ryan Windsor was throwing, that same series, that Pro Advantage bag. Or you can just go with it with a slide shot. But obviously, if you go with it for a slide shot and you push it in and you miss even a little bit left or right and knock it in, then you're going to give up points. Oh, sorry, he's already got 1 off the back. So, yeah, he's just trying to limit the damage.
Jamie's got to be careful with this one, able to run it in there, but one of Noah's drops.
Yeah,
so Wooten's going to extend his lead now to 12-3. And how about this run that Noah's on again? 3 straight 4-baggers, and now 3 of 4 drop in on this round.
Strong start here. And again, as he gets more and more confidence, does he start purposely laying that first bag in front of the hole and then trying to flop over with the next 2 or 3?
Went a little bit too far to the left than what he wanted, as Jamie puts it right in front of the hole.
Now they're kind of pinched.
Look at those drop, Trey.
He's flopping. Oh, he was trying to roll on top of it and kind of get it to roll over and into that hole.
Oh, and Noah's bag's dropping in on that last shot by Jamie.
Now, will he go for an airmail to drag this bag instead? He could flop it, but he could airmail to drag.
Last bag trying to flop it in and just rolls over and in.
And I think he wanted to leave this bag to create kind of chaos around the hole, because what he hopes is Jamie Graham goes hard up the middle and they all pinch across the hole. That's the reason he went with the flop instead of the airmail.
Big shot for Jamie, down 9, pushes it hard, and they all just get bunched up in the red zone.
And it worked to a perfect tee right there for Noah Wooten. He flops over and leaves his bag on purpose so that it becomes harder for Jamie Graham to push them all in.
Perfect look at that flop shot roller bag. Again, like you said, it kind of depends on the player, what they call it. Just rolled over Jamie's bag and in. Noah had hit 18 of his last 20 coming into this round.
Normally I'd be talking airmails, but I'll give you one guess what you think is coming here, Jeff.
Try and roll over, but that one's short.
He may have, honestly, he threw it a little bit different. He may have wanted just to lay here, like on top of the bags, like flap on top instead of all the way into the hole, because he threw it a lot softer.
Yeah, it did seem like he kind of short-armed it a little bit, right, intentionally. Jamie going up top for the airmail and a big shot.
That's a wash.
So Jamie able to get the wash on the airmail on the backside, but still down big here, 14-3.
Yeah, the show that Noah Wooten put on yesterday, to get to these finals and the semifinals, he had to play Ryan Windsor. And I heard a quote from the crowd that just made me laugh a little bit. And they said the amount of times he hit that little roll shot against Ryan Windsor, it got Ryan Windsor to sit there and start shaking his head. And somebody came up to me and said, anytime you can make Ryan Windsor just shake his head in disbelief, you know you're doing something right.
You know, I'll take that another step further. Anytime you can get Ryan Windsor to have any reaction to anything whatsoever. He is just a machine out there. He's one of those guys, when he gets into that groove, you can just tell. I mean, he's just a robot. Both players in a groove here.
4-bagger for Wooten.
Double
4-bagger for Graham.
Stays 14-3, no round limitations here in the Nationals. Our final chase for this 4th of July weekend. That was a creepy looking mask. First one in for Noah. Jamie with the replacement bag, and now Noah follows up, just missing off to the right. Again, you're looking at the #1 player in the world on the left, #7 on the right. That one almost rolled over and in. Still might go here. And it does, as Jamie brings them all in. Nice shot.
Yep, and you knew he was going to come back here in this game. He's just too good of a player just to sit there and let Wooten, as good as Noah Wooten's playing, you know, you knew the #1 ranked player was gonna show up at some point. That's a great way to get first bag back. Now he's still got a long way to go. He's still down 9, but this is a start.
Well, that's one of the big differences that we see between the qualifying with the 10-round limit and then these traditional games to 21. You can see sometimes these big swings and these big comebacks. Jamie trying to chip away here with his first bag. Well, really, Trey, you know, for Noah, I would say he's really trying to get over the hump here, don't you think? I mean, remember going even back to South Bend where he finished basically runner-up on the double side and the single side.
Right.
I mean, he's really trying hard to kind of take that next step and get a title. It's a great story, actually, when we were in South Bend. Ryan Windsor's partner, Isidro Herrera, couldn't make it. So at the last second, he tried to call around to find somebody. So Noah Wooten said, hey, I'll come. So Noah was able to get to Chicago just in time for the qualifying, literally just before qualifying. So it was Noah Wooten and Ryan Windsor in South Bend. Great facilities. We were outside in the Chicago Cubs minor league stadium at Four Winds Field. And so Noah and Ryan ended up putting together a really good weekend. Lost in the championship of the semifinals. And then the great part of that weekend was, here's Noah, who was invited by Ryan, and who ends up being in the singles championship?
Noah and Ryan.
Yeah. And Ryan, of course, would win it. I mean, that wouldn't have been fair. Ryan had invited Noah, and then Noah beat him.
Ooh, Graham goes immediately for the airmail.
There it is again, just rolling over the bag and in. Such a technical shot. He's just got the perfect angle on it to flop it in. It's airmail.
The airmail answer by Graham.
Same thing. You can see him angle the bag tray to try and get it to bounce.
Now what will do, no matter what he throws here, he'll score. So he could land on the board for 1, roll it in for 3, or airmail for 3.
A lot of the hole is open, trying to airmail it.
He wanted to drag it, but it's still a great shot to get 3, and now he's just 4 points away.
All of a sudden, it is 17.
Noah's like a pitcher who has 5 pitches.
Right.
I mean, he was trying to explain to me yesterday. I mean, he has a bounce shot, a flop shot, and that roller bag.
Yeah.
Not to mention everything else that we talked about.
Right, exactly. That's a great comparison. Whereas like Jamie is one of those pitchers. He's gonna have to come there with three pitches. He's gonna have fastball, changeup, and curveball, and that's what he's just gonna cycle through. He's got the slide shot, the block, and the airmail.
Trey, actually just got word from the truck that we were just talking about the connection with Ryan Windsor and Noah Wooten. And it looks like Noah apparently is playing with Ryan's bags.
Actually, I think I heard that as well. He asked Ryan Windsor if he could throw his bags. And that's what he's been using because they've been rolling very well for him. Meanwhile, Graham gets back into it.
Yep, spins it in for the 4-bagger. And a big round. There you see the Ryan Windsor bags.
Oh, that's a great, you see the logo right there. That is funny.
17-10. All right, Trey, this is where I have to ask you the obligatory question that I love to talk to you about. You played this game. You've watched it here at a high level. How difficult is it in a championship setting to play with the lead? Do you feel that pressure?
You have to. It's just about how you handle it. I mean, if anybody tells you that they don't get nervous, they're lying. I mean, everybody gets nervous. It's just how do you channel the nerves.
Especially when you're playing against the #1 player.
Will we see another roll, or is he going to try to sneak around? Here comes the roll.
Just hangs on the lip. So 2 more points for Jamie Graham, and here comes #1, now down by 5.
Yep, this is that race. You're starting to make that close to that final turn, and you maybe glance back, you see second place right behind you, getting closer and closer.
First bag here for Jamie Graham on a 7-0 run right now.
That's a great block. Jamie going up.
Hits the airmail and brings it 2.
Oh, nice drag.
Jamie trying to sneak this one in front of the four-bagger and airmails it in.
Ridiculous. Wooten going for a push to take them both.
Hits one of two, and Jamie is going to continue his comeback with 2 more points. And it's now a 9-0 run for Jamie Graham.
Look at that drag right there on the airmail. Perfectly executed. Hits a little bit to the front half.
Keep going.
First shot is in. It was 17-5. Wooten with the lead. At 17-10, we started talking about playing with the lead and the pressure. Great shot by Noah.
That is just nasty. And it opens the door. See, that's why that roll is so good, because you make your opponent push their own bag. And when Jamie Graham had to push his own bag, he got kicked off to the right, and now Wooten can go in for 2 to put him on 19.
Trying to snap this big run by Jamie Graham, but he misses it to the right. It'll be a 10-point wash.
And that's what drives the pro players crazy, because they'll hit the insanely difficult shots. He hits the roll to actually drag a bag in, and then you have the open board with the backboard, and you can't go in. That's, you know, that's in these pro players' minds. That's what will drive them crazy.
Again, a 9-0 run here for Jamie Graham. But on the flip side, Noah, 4 points away from a tie. First 2 in now for Jamie. Gonna try it again and flops it to the back edge.
Now what Jamie wants to do here, he's got to try to pin here. He doesn't want to give Wooten an opportunity.
Oh, he clogs the hole. What a huge shot.
And now Wooten is going to take one of his 2 timeouts. That's a great shot by Jamie Graham, obviously. Now the decision becomes really 2 options. Does he flop it, you know, hit here and roll over and go on top and sit on top and hope they all fall? Obviously, it's not going to be that high of an impact. Or does he go with an airmail that you know for sure would bring them all in?
Oh, great look at it. That's the big question, Trey, is how much are they pinched?
Important shot.
And none will go, so it just rolls and stops at the edge.
Wow, what a finish. That's going to be 2 more.
2 more points.
Now it's 17-16.
It was 17-5. Now an 11-0 run by Jamie Graham.
First bag in every one of these rounds is going to be so crucial.
Got it. And now Noah trying to answer, slides it in. Again, in these traditional scoring nationals we have, where you play straight to 21, you can have these big swings and these big comebacks, and we've seen it here in the championship. Graham, another 4-bagger. Noah trying to answer, can't do it. It skips off to the left, and Jamie Graham continues the run and now takes the lead.
And it goes to show you why he is the #1 ranked player in the world. Fights through adversity, battles back.
From 17-5, and now a 1-point lead. It is just deathly quiet in here.
It is. You can feel the nerves. All right, let's see if we have our first opportunity for a bully. Can he push this out of the way? Ooh,
this is
now
off to the left, so now an opportunity here for Noah trying to desperately snap this run.
and he brings it closer. What a shot.
Jamie sneaks it in on the left side. Big bag here for Noah. Gets them both.
Oh, and now Wooten can go in here for the win and the singles title.
A four-bagger to win it, slides it just to the left and misses.
Oh my word, I just saw the entire crowd stand up and then hands behind the head to sit back down.
Well, it snaps the run by Jamie Graham.
And now,
Noah with a 1-point lead.
yeah, I think they both just looked at each other, make sure, all right, let's refocus here. What a game.
First bag is in, just critical.
Yeah, no more mistakes for Jamie Graham because sitting at 19, one bag onto the side, throwing a 10. If your opponent throws a four-bagger, it's over.
A little short left.
Now you wonder if he'll just try to sit here on top.
Flops it in. Unbelievable, Trey, that he can just go over those bags like that. Well, Jamie now trying to grab his bag out of the red zone.
Sitting in front. Worst case scenario is a three wide plug right here.
One of each drop in. Chance at a four-bagger for Noah.
Oh, and now Jamie Graham. Jamie Graham can go in to get 2 points and make it 20.
To try and retake the lead. Can't do it. It ends up being just short. So both players with big opportunities, back-to-back rounds coming up just shy.
This is the final shot of the last round. He had to shoot it to win, and look at the crowd. Everybody goes up, oh, and then everybody same reaction. Oh man, can't get much more intense than this.
Right in front of the hole.
That is a picture-perfect block.
Still a 1-point match here for the singles championship.
Now it turns into a flop game for Wooten and an airmail game for Graham. There's the flop for Wooten. Jamie's going to take his second of 2 timeouts.
What is he looking at, Trey? Just trying to see how much of the hole is open here?
I think he's just trying to figure out what his best shot is. I mean, or maybe where to place the airmail, because now that I think about it, I don't know what other shot you have besides the airmail. The worst thing you can do right here is throw an airmail and land right here, skip off, and now both these bags go in, and then you're just set up to lose right there. Now the thing is, you got to mentally accept this. I'm shooting an airmail, and it's actually going to help Wooten put more bags in. You got to be okay with it, because if you go in, even if you drag this bag and this bag, that's fine, because you've still isolated your bag as the only one left on the board, and you'd be able to push it for a worst case scenario at the end.
Second bag for Jamie, and this is huge. Down 1.
Shot of the match right here.
He is going for the airmail and hits it. Just like you said, Trey, brings in one of each.
Absolutely dagger. They follow up with a flopper roll here.
Third bag for Wooten. Again, it bounces and flops onto the backside of the hole. That one's going to be tough to bring back, though.
I don't think that one can be brought back. I think, again, we're going airmails here for Graham.
Airmails it in again, pulls in one of Noah's.
And he does take in Noah's. Noah's got to be careful here.
So we're even at the moment as Noah flops it in. So now critical here for Jamie.
Jamie Graham has got to get one bag in the hole. If he gets them both, it'll put him on 20. If he doesn't put anything, Noah Wooten wins the singles championship. One bag in is a wash.
Number one player in the world.
Big push.
Goes low, tries to push it in, and he does hit one in. Big shot for Jamie Graham. So much pressure and gets the wash. Wow.
Here's this shot that puts all that pressure on Graham. Just gets it to roll over.
Literally rolls over Jamie's bag and in.
This is going to go down in the books here, Jeff. This is a legendary game right here in singles.
Number one in the world versus number 7 for the singles title. 1 point match. Wooten with the honors.
And he sits in only Graham's lane. Graham will probably go through it or attempt to go through it. Oh, and that bag off to that side. That opens the door for Wooten.
Big chance for Noah right there on the edge.
You see Graham stepping out. He has to go get this bag. He can't afford to just let Noah Wooten throw an open board, a 4-bagger to win.
This has got to be a strong shot. Keeps it low and pulls it all in. What a shot for Jamie.
Wow, how clutch is that, Jeff?
Now back to an open board as Noah calmly slides it up and in for his third shot. Jamie's just falls in and now down to the final bags again. In.
This has got to be in or Noah takes the title.
On the way, and it is in. It rolls in for Jamie Graham. Second time in a row with all the pressure on his shoulders.
Neither will quit, and that is the shot right there. Unbelievable to stay in the game.
On we go, still a 1 point match for the singles title. Interesting here already.
Yeah, this is how is this going to play out? He splits them. Don't get a 3-wide plug here. Make sure they all go in. Oh, and that could be danger. Wooten's going to lay up right here for sure. Oh, but he pushes them all in.
Jamie spins it in, brings in Noah's, and again we're down to each of the players' final bag. Noah misses left.
Graham can go in to sit at 20 and take the lead.
And he does so, just falls in on the backside, and now Jamie Graham a 1 point away. 20-19. Keep in mind, if you're just tuning in, Noah had a 17-5 lead at 1 point.
First bag sitting on the front. As good as in right now.
Noah a little short right. He's going to have some work to do. Oh, and both of Jamie's now just hanging on the lip.
Oh, and that bag is as good as in on the right there for Wooten.
Boy, it could come down to the final bags again. Oh, just a little bit short. Here we go.
This is going to be a hard push. Yeah, see, he doesn't like that. You see him get a little bit agitated because now he's got a tough decision, because if it was shorter, let's say Noah's bag was right here, it'd be no question for him. He would shoot the airmail. But now that it's kind of hanging in the hole, if he goes for the airmail, you know, you run the risk of missing it, but you also, even if you hit the airmail, you may drag it. So your one option maybe is a push. If you go for a hard push, you got to still push this bag a good bit of ways and yours go in. The last thing you want is a kick left or a kick right, leaving an open board for Noah Wooten to win the game. You could block behind, but I don't think that's going to happen right now and give Noah Wooten the shot to drag it for the win. Tough scenario.
Final bag here for Jamie Graham. And takes them both in.
And now this bag must be in the hole or Jamie Graham wins the singles title.
Final bag for Noah Wooten, and he does slide it in. Clutch shot for Noah. How about these two players? Incredible.
I'm going to need a nap after this game, Jeff. This is unbelievable.
The pressure on every single one of these last final rounds, again, literally coming down to each of the players' last bag. First shot is in. For those who don't know, 27 feet separate the two boards. And right now, Trey, it's got to feel like a half a mile.
Again, same scenario. You got to go hard through it.
And he does. Jamie's so good at that. And again, same spot here. And it is good. Again rolls in. Are you kidding me?
This is just pure legendary right here. I mean, this.
Trey, the pressure on these final shots just in these last two rounds by Noah Wooten to have to hit it to stay alive.
I've been in this game for more than 10 years now, and I don't think I've ever seen a game like this with this much on the line.
Lays it up a little bit short here now in the first shot. Interesting. See how Noah plays it, and he just bounces it right over the top of Jamie's bag.
Oh, and that opens the door now, because if that bag can't be brought back, a four-bagger will win it for Wooten.
It's still playable. Still a chance here for Noah.
Now, will Jamie Graham try to get it with an airmail on his last bag? I don't know yet.
Just trying to slide this one in, does. Huge bag here for Wooten. Can he get them both? He can't,
but it looks like it's going to go in. Now, will Jamie Graham go with an airmail here, or will he just go with a slide?
On the way. Misses to the right.
Now, all Noah Wooten has to do is get one bag in the hole. Doesn't matter if it's the one on the left or in his hand, and he'll win.
For a chance at the title, and he hits it! Noah Wooten, your singles champion.
What a marathon of a match. Noah Wooten solidifies his status as one of the top players in the world with a mesmerizing victory.
After two runner-up finishes in the qualifiers this season, he gets over the top here in Pennsylvania and wins the singles title here in the final chase for Noah Wooten. Wow, what a finish.